Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Girdle from Girdle Lives. Today, we're going to be talking about a 50x altcoin that has a ton of catalysts coming up in the very, very short term future. And I wanted to bring it towards your attention today so you could take advantage of it. If you guys could give this video a like and subscribe, let's get into it. So, the way I currently think about the altcoin market is I think that a lot of the attention is, obviously on Bitcoin, a lot of the Bitcoin treasury companies buying up a bunch of BTC. You have select altcoins that are performing pretty well. Obviously, SPX 6900 and a few others. You saw Aura kind of pump out of nowhere. Um, Hyperliquid's doing pretty well. Um, but I think a lot of people get distracted by these things. And what I mean by that is, when you log into X, Twitter, all these things, all the social channels, you see everyone very excited about what's pumping, what's the latest launch to hit, whatever is outperforming. That's what usually gets the most play. But I'm here to bring you a coin that currently is not in favor, but that does not mean that its potential is not very real. And what I mean by that is, years ago, I remember I was, myself, I was very new to crypto. This was back in like 2019, 2018. Um, I found Quant Network, and the market cap on this coin was $2 million, right? So to give you a picture of the potential of finding some of these coins with potential at the bottom when no one cares about them, that coin went on to do 1000x, right? So you could turn a very little amount of money into a large amount of money by doing research and not buying atop of someone else's bottom, if that makes sense, right? So the point of this video is trying to think outside the box and not follow the herd. We're gonna look at a coin. Again, it's not currently in favor, but there's a lot of catalysts that are lining up that if you really can see through the current price action, I really do believe that at some point, probably sooner than later, because again, like a lot of these catalysts that I'm going to be bringing to the attention today are very time sensitive. So if you're on top of this, if you see them, if you can see the potential, you can benefit from that, right? So we're just going to hop in right into it. So the coin I'm talking about is Forgotten Playland. So what they're doing is they're announcing a strategic tokenomics change to their structure. They're going to immediately be burning 2 billion FP tokens, and they're going to be completely removing all of the vesting from all the seed contributors in this project, right? So a lot of the poor performance for this token and a lot of the tokens you see that are VC backed are due to the unlocks that hit the market. They dilute the shares of the remaining tokens that are they're already in free circulating supply, right? So what this does is it completely removes that burden of wondering, okay, if I buy this coin, is my stake in the supply going to be diluted in the future? They're going to completely remove that overhead from everyone that's holding the coin. Um, as well, like I said, this project has been really, really ignored, I think. I mean, it's one of the games that was backed by Beam earlier on. Um, and I'm going to get into a lot of the reasons why I think that, but the price in the market hasn't really reflected. We'll just jump over to the current chart. The price has been really, really beaten down, and the project, in my opinion, from an investing point of view, has been forgotten. But the gaming aspect hasn't really. I mean, if you a lot of the catalysts, the the downloads for Forgotten Playland, the first month it had over 200,000 downloads in the Epic Game Store, which is pretty incredible. I mean, people are actually loving this game. They're playing it. There's been a lot of party games released with a really good cadence since its inception. Um, and you're seeing another build on Beam game Trial Extreme that hit number one on the App Store in Netherlands, and it has a lot of traction as well. So I think a lot of the hype with some of these games that are they're really building, they have a really good potential. They're not really getting noticed by the marketplace right now. But if you again, like I said, if you can see through that, I definitely think the potential is there for some massive gains for people who are willing to see through the short-term price action, right? So with Forgotten Playland, the burn and the unlock of the remaining seed tokens happens the end of June. I believe the exact date is June 26th, if I remember correctly. Another post about it. Yeah, here he goes. So June 19th, the battle pass. I had it here. Here we go. Anyway, so I believe that the exact date is June 26th. So we're right now, as of the recording of this video, the middle of June. So you have maybe a week, 2 weeks until this takes effect. No one knows if the price is going to immediately respond to this, but what I'm trying to bring to the table with this project to your attention is that with all of the supply out there, with all the catalysts, with a really great game, um, you're looking at a pure play that any future demand is going to have to come in and buy on the market, right? So at the current price, which you have, I'll just bring it up here. Current price is 0.0004, so three zeros after the decimal place, 43. The seed price on this coin was 10 times that. Okay, so if you buy now in the current market, I was a seed backer in this project years ago. Um, if I would have waited and bought now, I could get 10 times the amount of coins for my dollar. That's just to kind of really, put into context how undervalued this coin is. A lot of people think that, oh, they would hear that I'm a seed investor in this project and say, that's why you're bullish. No, I'm bullish because it's 10 times under the seed price, and the seed price was low. So, I mean, again, like we're not in the depths of an alt season currently, but when this indicator flips around, everyone's focused on Bitcoin, and there's a couple alts that are popping. We saw Aura. I'll touch on that in just a minute, but there's a few other like smaller coins, very small market cap that have had huge gains lately. But you're not seeing that wide, broad altcoin season currently. It's going to happen at some point. Like if these just things just go in cycles. So as soon as that flips, something like Forgotten Playland at I think the current market cap's around 2 million. After that, all that remaining seed investing tokens come into supply, I think you're looking at maybe around a 3 to 4 million market cap tops. That if you 50x that, you're looking at 150 million. It's easily possible. So just to give you a perspective, the last alt season, there were many gaming plays that were in multi-billion dollar market caps, right? So a really good, promising game. A lot of people have forgotten about it. A lot of bullish catalysts for not only the token structure, as we can see here, a lot of the catalysts that they've been pushing with the new party games, going on chain with the Beam L1 is another thing I haven't really touched on. That's also awesome. Um, like I said again, Trial Extreme from Beam is another one that is also getting a lot of traction in the App Store. I think a lot of that will eventually bleed over to Forgotten Playland. And it's kind of a pun, right? The name Forgotten Playland. I mean, people really are sleeping on this. So I think that you will you will see people that will come back to this video and at this point in time when it was like 1, 2, 3, $4 million market cap, and that is when people, they wish they could go back in time and buy then, but it's usually when it's pumping, right? So you're going to see this token pumping 30, 40, 50, 60 million. People will be chasing the price, wishing that they got the opportunity and the entry that you could get now. but all it takes for you to really, seize these opportunities is really just look into the future and kind of play that psychology in reverse and say, I'm here now. I'm having a great opportunity to get in at a very cheap price, 10 times lower than the seed got in. Do you think I'm selling any coins? I haven't sold one single coin, right? So I've bought more, and I just think it's a great play and a great opportunity going into an alt period where a lot of these overlooked projects and a lot of these overlooked altcoins will definitely outperform. So that's Forgotten Playland. Just to give you an idea, we're again, like I said, we're not in a full blown alt season. We're seeing a few alts pump, and we're obviously seeing Bitcoin holding very strong, in spite of a lot of the macro like um like the thing with Israel and Iran and geopolitics, all those things, Bitcoin is just being a champ. It's really holding in, which makes me feel like it's got a lot more juice in it. But if we look at a coin like Aura, which was one that pumped recently, I mean, this coin, if you look at the market cap, not too dissimilar from Forgotten Playland. We have like, $1 million market cap. I think Forgotten Playland is around, is it 2 million? Let's take a look here. So let's see, we've got 2 million. We've got 2 million market cap, fully diluted 4 million, right? So if you have a $4 million market cap, I mean, you could see something that goes back up to where it was, when it came out. I mean, that's if that happens, that's enormous. So I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just saying if even if it did half of that, a third of that, I mean, if you bought Aura, it's got enough volume. That's insane, right? That's a 200x almost instantly. Again, we're not saying that's going to happen to Forgotten Playland, but in an alt period, these things happen. I've seen them happen. I've invested, I've held coins where this has happened. You just have to believe that at some point the sentiment will shift, it will turn back, and again, people will wish that they were here now at these times to pick up coins like this at such suppressed levels. I feel the same way about Beam, and I think SoFun's another good one. That's a recent release that a lot of people should be looking into, but a lot of these coins are very undervalued. So it would really benefit you to look and take advantage of the opportunities that the market is giving you currently rather than in the future when they're pumping and that's when everyone is excited, right? Don't buy the next mega pump. Buy the bottom and give yourself a chance, right? That's what I'm hearing. I'm here because I've lived through those things. So hope you guys like this video. I'll be doing more of them. I've got a lot of more videos I want to cover and topics because I think that these are really good opportunities now, and I'd rather push them out now than at the next top for alts when a lot of people are trying to, make a 50, 100x. But again, like in the next top, you're going to be buying exit liquidity. You're going to be holding a bag. So this is the time to get serious. Who knows if it's, going to be the next week or next 2 weeks. But I think that if you buy around these levels, I think you're going to really set yourself up for success. So appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Girdle. Bye bye.